Lord of the Mysteries. Chapter 1409. In modern day 7. Cult? My attention is immediately drawn to this word. What has a cult got to do with us? A group member named Judgment asks. Mysterious? How mysterious? A group member named Justice asks. All kinds of messages appear in the group. It's rather overwhelming. I originally created this group when I was playing a horror mystery game. I invited friends who were quite good at the game back then, and such games often contain mysticism-related elements. Therefore, after the game gradually lost its popularity, the group turned into a group that leaned towards discussing mysticism. Of course, in any chat group, daily interactions take up the majority of the content, except for sex-related chat groups. Amongst the members, the lady named Justice is most curious about mysticism. From her daily conversations, I can tell that her family background is quite good, and she isn't too old. I think she's a student. After the group members are done asking, the star types. That cult likes to attack ordinary people, especially those who like mysticism. They will use all sorts of methods to allow you to obtain powers that exceed the limit of mortals. For example, the later it is at night, the more energetic you are. I already have this superpower. A group member named the Magician replies excitedly. She's also a girl. I remember her mentioning that she has a sizable income from writing novels on a certain green-colored website, and is considered one of the phenomenal writers there. However, from the way she makes all kinds of suggestive comments when she speaks, perhaps the green-colored website I'm aware of isn't the same website she was talking about. Compared to the day, I prefer the night, says a group member named the Moon. What is this fellow trying to say? Is he like a night owl, or is he hinting at something? I scratch my chin, unable to read the thoughts of the Moon. This fellow has always been like this. If you want to say that he has deep knowledge, he will post links regarding exquisite dolls in the group chat from time to time, asking everyone to help him at some price-slashing site. It's obvious that he's some type of shut-in. But to call him naive and immature, he often says profound things. Whether it's Chinese medicine, Western medicine, or even all kinds of relatively unknown medical knowledge, he gives off impressive vibes with his theories and examples, even if I can hardly understand it. Previously, he had diagnosed that one of our group members, the Hermit, had a rare disease. He successfully helped her recovery from an old ailment of hers, making everyone see him in a different light. The star ignores the Moon and replies to the Magician. Then can you only sleep 2 hours a day? I can, but I can only maintain it for a week. I have to catch up on my sleep after that. Furthermore, my body will feel like it's been run over by a car, with tire tracks on my face. The Magician replies. The star continues. Anyway, the cult will first allow you to obtain Superman-like powers. For example, you can remain extremely energetic despite sleeping for 2 hours every day. You can see all kinds of spirits, jump off tall buildings without suffering any damage, and control flames, etc., etc. Isn't this good? Justice immediately replies. The Sun, Judgment, and Magician say, Isn't this good? +1, +1, I think for a moment, and used my alternate account, the world. +1, the star sends an emoji. A price is always exacted for what fate bestows. I didn't say that, Lucin.jpg. The Magician replies immediately. I suspect this is a subconscious reflex of hers. Is there really a power that transcends the mortal world? Justice asks. Clearly, she had imagined that the star was joking. Without waiting for the star to respond, the Moon says, There are too many things in the world that go beyond your imagination. It doesn't mean they don't exist just because you don't see them. The Sun immediately replies, There's some mysticism that's real? Stop fooling kids. A group member named the Hangman sends an emoji. That's right, that's right. There are still young schooling children. One shouldn't talk about the strange and supernatural to children or make suggestive comments. The Magician echoes in all seriousness. The Sun replies, I am already in middle school. I'm more than 1.9 meters tall. When everyone sees the claim of being 1.9 meters tall, everyone falls silent. After a while, the star sends an emoji. In short, once one is bewitched by the cult and accepts their gift, they will definitely have to pay a huge price after joining them. I heard that some people went mad and got admitted into a mental hospital. Some of them committed suicide in various ways, dying rather hideously. Others transformed. Before he can finish, he suddenly stops. His profile picture indicates he has gone offline. What transformation? I ask with my eye the world. My main account is the fool, a mature man worthy of trust. Therefore, I can't ask questions casually. Could the star be held down by those cultists? The magician gives a very imaginative idea. Haha, how could there be such a thing? I'm talking about a mysterious cult Fufnecht. Judgment is also a girl who always echoes the magician. After making this joke, the star comes online again and says, F***ck, there was a sudden blackout just now. I had no choice but to switch phones. Well, that's all from me. I have to head out. I have matters to tend to. Anyway, there's no such thing as a free lunch, so don't eat it. Don't be bewitched by the cult. Bye. As the star goes offline, I suddenly receive private messages. They come from the Hanged Man and the Hermit. Take note. I think the star might be a member of the cyber police. The star might be a policeman. Be careful what you say in the group chat. It's really possible to actually know about mysterious cults. I immediately replied to the two group members. It's fine. We're not a cult. It's not like I'm always the one making suggestive comments. Most importantly, when discussing international and domestic situations, I would stop it in time and send a picture that says, Improper discussion about the imperial court is a crime that leads to death. Glancing at the group chat again, I quit QQ and once again start thinking about what I should do. After some thought, I'm still out of solutions. It's impossible for me to spit out the assassin beverage, nor can I vomit it out. I can only pretend that I don't know anything and ignore recruitment attempts of any cults. If I meet them, I'll immediately call the police. I force myself to focus on my savings and wallet. At the thought of this, I immediately free myself from my worries and begin to work. This is about being a slave of society. After confirming the flight details, the chauffeur, the hotel arrangements, and the pickup sign, I do a round of oral practice. By the time I'm done with all of that, it's already 10 in the evening. I feel hungry. I guess I'll go down and buy some snacks. I decide not to treat myself shabbily. As soon as I walk out of the guest room, I hear a quarrel from next door. Of course, it's mainly that lady named Sia Taz, who's shouting at her overseas boyfriend. Don't you get tired of that? Just as I'm about to lampoon, I realize that the quarrel is getting softer and softer. According to my experience, something inappropriate for minors will happen next. Although I'm not a minor, I'm single. After some thought, I return to my room, open the window, and jump onto the windowsill before jumping down with great familiarity. In the wind, my body feels light as if all my worries have been blown away. After landing safely, I heave a sigh of relief. I feel like I've completely grasped the power of assassin. The area outside the compound I live in remains lively late into the night. There are a few barbecue stalls, some selling fried rice, some selling stir-fried noodles. Some sell street food, like stewed meat, cold vegetables, duck necks, and crayfish. People who pass by will unknowingly sit down or come in front of a stall before sadly putting on a kilogram. Taking into consideration my little tummy, wait, my tummy seems to be missing. That tiny tummy I've worked so hard to get from all my meals is gone. This is a change brought about by assassin. I feel surprised once again. This gives me a lot more options besides the snacks. I can have barbecue food to celebrate. Forget it. I have to restrain myself. If an assassin is 170 centimeters tall, but ends up being 100 kilograms, wouldn't my target end breaking out into a laughing fit when they see me? I slowly exhale and decide to go to the 24-hour convenience store. To the left is a Family Mart. To the right is Lawson. It's very unfriendly for an indecisive consumer like me. I heard that Lawson has launched a few new types of ice cream recently. I recall and turn to the right. Just as I enter Lawson, my eyes light up as I see a gorgeous woman,